Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Nom069, starting another YouTube video tutorial series. And tonight we will be doing C# and XNA. So, the first thing you're going to need for this is a copy of C# 2010. Okay? That's Visual Studio Express 2010. C#. Get that. Okay? And you need to hook that up with XNA. And you'll be able to you need to download this one first and install it. And, once you get it all installed, then you're going to go download XNA. And XNA is Microsoft's Game Development Studio, if that makes sense. It's its SDK for all of its multiple platforms that you can write program code on. Like, you can create Xbox games with this, Windows phones game with those. People use those Windows phones. I don't know. And you can use, and you can make Zoom games on it, and I guess fewer people have Zooms. Even then, I actually had a Zoom. But anyways, whatever. So you need XNA. So you need to get XNA Game Studio 4.0. 4.0. That's the one compatible with 2010. And so you need C# 2010. And you need system requirements, details. You need install instructions. You need 2010 right there. You gotta get down. Latest version of Visual Studio C# 2010. So now that we've done that, here's an old project I had. I'm just gonna bring that up on the other screen, so in case I have to reference it, because I'm not super good with XNA, but this is my XNA tutorial series, and like I'm fairly confident with it. Like I understand the library, I understand what it does. It's just I know SDL, I got the GDI graphics, C++, Visual Basic, like I know all these languages, and like the stuff, you don't need to memorize how to program this stuff. You just need to know what to look for, if that makes sense, when you're programming. Programming isn't about knowing everything about the libraries and stuff, but knowing what you need and where you can find the information on it. So let's just call this XNA tutorial, and that'll be saved in my Dropbox, like most of the other C# projects I have, so that way I can have an updated version of it. Anyways, so when you create the XNA tutorial, what you're going to be confronted with is a bunch of pre-generated code for you. You're going to see all these extra XNA things, Microsoft XNA, framework, it's audio, content manager, services, graphics, input, and media. And what I like to do is get rid of all these comments when I start up a new XNA project. I know what it does, I don't need XNA to tell me what it does. If that makes sense. So what I'll do is I'll just come down through to get rid of all the comments, and you can go ahead and read them. It's all these comments are going to say is exactly what I'm going to say to you. So if you want to look at these, go for it, but I wouldn't suggest it, since right after I get done deleting them all, I'm going to tell you what it does anyway. All those to-dos were like stuff you're going to do here. So first off, you have your public class game 1, like this is the actual game we're in. Our graphics device manager graphics. This is what's going to draw to the screen down here, right? No, never mind. You're going to that does something somewhere. I forget. Graphics device manager. This does your drawing. Sprite batch is what actually does your drawing. It's what draws the images to the screen. Any other things that you're gonna draw. It's actually gonna handle 3D models if I get into that, but I've never really been good with 3D. I'm pretty decent in 2D, but I haven't been able to make that jump to 3D. Anyways, so your public game 1 is your constructor. You're not going to do much code modification here, if at all. Initialization, just your initialize. We aren't going to do anything there either, so we can minimize these two. Get rid of them. Here in your load content, this is where you're going to load all your sprites, any maps for the game, like any maps you have. This is where you're going to load up all the information you need for your game, like your images, positions and whatnot. Unload content is just where you're going to dispose of them. You're not using them anymore. Update, this is where you handle your logic. Here's where you're going to handle down all your key down, key presses, mouse events and whatnot. And this line of code right here, basically if you hit the X on the window, it'll quit, and then your base.update game time is going to update it. And your graphics device.clear, this is what clears your screen at the beginning, and then it draws the new image. So if we run this real quick and we hook it up, we get our XNA tutorial, and you can see that when our mouse is within the XNA window, it's not going to show up. We'll just add one line of code to this if I can remember it properly. In our load content, it's list dot show, or list dot mouse is mouse visible equals true in our load content. Now, I like to have my mouse showing when I'm working in XNA. I dislike how it automatically makes it invisible, but I can see why they do it when you're making a game. Anyways, so this is the first tutorial, very quick, just a very quick overview of what you need, what the XNA generates, and I forgot to tell you, when you create a new project, it's the Windows Game 4.0. I should have mentioned that before, but it's Windows Game 4.0. I hope you made it this far in the video, because if you didn't, you're probably a little lost right now. But thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.